Yo, what's going on, everybody? This your boy Easy, most known unknown EZ'er. So back at y'all again. So let's get down to that main event battle. Ryda versus Mike P. Probably one of the most controversial battles of the night. I think it definitely stood the test of time. It was a good battle. This was what you probably wanted to see from Lux and Sue Surf. You got a good back and forth, a very debatable battle. Um, as far as the strength of the battle, I think it lived up, even though it didn't have as much hype. Even though Mike P just came off a win against the Saga, didn't have as much hype as before. So we get into the battle, and I just knew Ryder was gonna come with it, but I think Ryder might have had problems beforehand. Ryder don't put himself out there a lot. Ryder don't put himself out there a lot. And I think that might be his problem. But maybe he just don't want to. I don't know. He does the normal, like, getting publicity, and, putting himself out there. He does like the minimal. You'll see him every now and then. But nonetheless. So here's my take on this battle. I think Ryder won. Me personally. I think Ryder won. Uh, I'm gonna say I think the first two rounds were very close. Very close. But I think Ryder was really talking to the man as far as those first two rounds go. And then I think the last round with Mike P, although he had a bang in that round and Ryder kind of reciprocated his second round a little bit in that one. So his third round kind of followed his second round. If you remember, if you've seen Mike P round, at the end of his round, he kind of slipped up there. He slipped up towards the end. He didn't have the aggression or anything that he had going through all the rounds. It slowed at the end. He fell short, I feel like, too. Um, so I was like, I was surprised people gave him that round. I was really surprised at Meth for giving him that round, too. Because it's like, oh, the raising on everything line from white people, or white people, raising on everything. It was a cold line, I will admit. But did it win on the third just because he said it? No. Yeah, and then he ended up pretty much choking at the end. Now, people might call it a stumble. They might say he had enough through the round to get through that round. Um, so that might have been one of his stronger rounds. I think if he finished it out, he's supposed to finish it out. So, I'm surprised Meth kind of gave him a pass on that one. Like, everybody pretty much put it as if he finished the round out. He didn't finish the round out. So I kind of I figured you had to give that one a Ryder. But when it came down to the voting system, everybody gave it, um, Mike P won a battle. I said you got to get at least three of the judges since the fan vote went to Mike P, but only a slight margin. So that's how you know it was a really strong battle, and I just don't think enough people were pulling for Ryder. I don't think people thought he had enough, but I think he had enough. I think you've seen some people that say Ryder 3-0 and stuff like that. Like, Ryder had some fire in this battle. Ryder had some fire in this battle, and I gotta mention the people. Like, when things are current events, you're gonna get a lot of the same bars. Unfortunately, it's who does it best. Now it comes down to who does it best. So, like the entanglement bar, a couple of people had entanglement bars. Who did it the best? That's up to you to choose. Now, a lot of them gave him flack for like the Ryda bar and stuff like that, but like I said, current events happen all the time, and you're gonna get those in the battles and stuff like that. So I thought Ryder came out pretty good, pretty good. He hit his points. First round was really good, solid. Second round, I liked the fact the way he was talking about, you know, like I don't have to do much to get your girl. And you talk about Danny's girl and stuff like that, and yeah, all this stuff. But I done had yours. Believability is everything in some cases, and I think he could make you believe. I didn't personally care if it was true or not. It's just the content was, I think, better. I think Mike P had some good bars and solid round, but yeah, I think Ryder had a better round in him. And like I said, I would give Mike P the third if he finished it up strong. But y'all giving him the third. Well, I'm gonna say, from my point, you giving him the third when he didn't really finish the third. You know what I'm saying? So like, just like with Surf, you can only really give him one round if you wanted to in a battle versus Lux, because that was one round where he didn't choke. Now the other two rounds, y'all saying that he choked. I'm sorry. We clearly seen that he choked. So that's why he didn't get those rounds. Twerk versus Swamp. He choked. So he couldn't get those rounds. I think y'all really gotta. Okay. So for me, Mike P slowing down at the end of his round, not keeping it up. Now maybe he felt like he already had the round. I don't know. But you can't do that. You can't do that. You gotta finish the battle out the way you started. Strong. You know? And I feel like he did not do that. So that's the reason why I gave Ryder that round. Do I think it was beatable? Yeah, I think Ryder's most beatable round was his third round. So I think it just came down to who was kind of more out there, and Mike P just came off of a body with Saga. So I think it kind of played to his hand a little bit. So it's actually good exposure for Mike P. Uh, I thought Ryder would do him in. I'll be honest. I was figuring like Ryder was gonna take care of Mike P. But now Mike P might actually win this. This was the week of the underdogs. Mike P was not one of them, but this was the week of the underdogs. And after that, I think it's kind of over for the underdogs part. So you might get a repeat if people feel like Mike P might come out to be the better one. You might get a repeat of Mike P versus Danny Myers if Danny Myers comes with it every week. Every week. And most likely Danny will. So we will see what happens. But solid battle. I do think this was one where Ryder should have won. I do think if people go back, like the content, of course, the battle is over. The judges already decided. Everything has already been said. But I know a lot of people was going to be like, yeah, Ryder took that. Unfortunately, he didn't take it on the polls when it counted most. And then it didn't help kind of hearing Henny Man in the background when the battle was done. Like, why the fuck you ain't come with more than that? You can't tell me, Henny, you kind of fucked it up, man. Like, don't wait till everything is over and then talk about it with your man. Cause now it look like he didn't come with enough. So, but that's my take. I think y'all might have got that one wrong. I think Ryder won that one. But other than that, you know, everything was pretty good. That was a great battle. I wouldn't take nothing away from it. Definitely replay value. I liked it. I do think Ryder won. Yeah. That's my take on it. I appreciate y'all checking me out. I'm gonna get up out of here. This your boy Easy, most known unknown, Easy Old Soul. Salutes.